Now for the Lady Tigers, Ginger High called in her 17th season. 449 wins on the ledger all time. They send out Bailey Pettigo, 5'9", the graduate guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. The valedictorian, Lauren Lee, 5'7", a junior guard from Liberty, Kentucky. Maddie Boyle, 5'6", the senior guard from Milledgeville, Kentucky. Swiss, Courtney Pritchett, 5'8", graduate forward from Byrdstown, Tennessee. And Kit Kat, the reigning conference player of the year, 6'2", the graduate forward from Stanford, Kentucky. The Lady Tigers assisted by former Lady Tiger Miranda Denny and Brett South. Campbellsville today in the home ash gray uniforms with the Campbellsville lettering across the chest in maroon, white trim, maroon numerals for Campbellsville as they about fall down in the little, I'd fall down in that thing, Benji, whatever they called it, a little merry-go-round or something there for USAO, the road hunter green uniforms, white USAO across the chest, white letters and trim. They will go left to right if you're following along on radio here today, right to left for Campbellsville University. Pritchett gets rid of the gum, and Benji, worth noting, Courtney Pritchett has some matching shoes on with the rest of those Lady Tigers here today, so we'll keep our eyes on that. But the good news is, if you followed, you know, the worn-out ones, they're still up in the locker room.
They are probably poised and ready for action if need be.
This was a mandatory change as Moreau and Wilkes will jump it up. Toss is controlled by USAO, and they will get the first possession of the basketball game. That is a steal as Pope was looking for Bloomfield. Long ahead, Pettigo stole it, finds Boyle, triple on the way, no good. Pettigo right there, she'll throw it up off the window, good for 2 points. The Lady Tigers get the early bucket.
Yeah, good execution there on the steal, up to Boyle, and then Pettigo just sprints down and gets the offensive board.
USAO looking for some help. Long pass. They've got Beretti. We've got a 10-second call. You can see the shot clock was down to 19. USAO turns it over about 18 times a game here early. They've turned it over twice, and that is something to watch. The Lady Tigers, Benji, second in the country in forced turnovers through 3 games. So they are good at creating takeaways. Pritchett working right side. Not going to lie, she looks a little weird in the white Winkle Pickers. Little dribble handoff. They leave it with Boyle. She'll circle, now drive right down the lane. Scoop shot no good for Maddie Boyle. And the whistle sounds. Well, an early foul called here on Jordan Bloomfield of Science and Arts.
Well, I appreciate what Boyle did right there. A lot of times she would go ahead and kick that over to the side, but the lane opened and she just penetrated and was able to absorb that contact, get the shot up, and go to the free throw line. Boyle, where she's shooting 85, almost 86% on the year.
It's that free throw, does Maddie Boyle. One more coming for Boyle. She gets that one as well, and it's 4-0. Lady Tigers on top here.
I can't get any stats to update here, Matt.
Might want to make sure Sheldon's got them turned live there. Is Polk going to retreat a bit? 2 defenders there. Pritchett gets in there. Another takeaway for Campbellsville. Pritchett finds Lee, middle of the lane, needs help. It's Pritchett straight away, driving, kicking, Boyle, triple right side. That short rebound taken in here by Beretti. And to the other end comes USAO. Long pass inside, Moreau over her head. 4 possessions, 4 TOs for the Drovers and Campbellsville University. So that's pretty efficient defense.
Oh, yeah.
Inside, Boyle quickly back to Lee. Pass was a little too long. They had a perfect play drawn up. Baseline, Pettigo cut off. Going to need some help. She wanted Wilkes on the entry. Can't get it to her. Now we get a whistle away from the basketball, and that may be a worst-case scenario for Coach Matthews and company. You don't want to see your star player pick up an early foul away from the ball on the defensive end. 4-0, baseline out of bounds, opportunity for CU. Pritchett grabs the pass, hands it to Lauren Lee. Lee navigates to the right, needs help. There's the entry, has Wilkes. They're going to go at Moreau. Wilkes has the shot blocked. We get another whistle, and Moreau going to pick up her second. And that's the last thing you want,
well,
a minute and 41 seconds in.
Yeah, you're right, and she was a little aggressive there. I think it was clean up top, but she was pushing with her body there, and that's what they called. So
early change for Coach Matthews. Trinity Alexander, the 6-foot junior forward from Everman, Texas, going to enter the lineup. I believe Alexander She had won an award in the league. I didn't get a chance to go back and write it down. I don't know if it was like sixth person of the year or sixth man of the year, whatever they call it, and or maybe a newcomer of the year. I don't remember to the Sooner, but anyway, solid player for Coach Matthews as Wilkes misses that first free throw, hits the second. 5-0, Campbellsville the advantage here. And now driving in is Bloomfield, cut off by Pritchett, comes back out. Oh, Pettigo spills down right into Kayla Luby. Inside, they find Alexander, shot rattles around and out. Pettigo the rebound, quickly ahead. Here comes Boyle across the timeline. Trailer is Wilkes. Pettigo, jab step, leaves it with Boyle. Now Lee, they want the entry. Wilkes claps her hands in frustration. She wanted it. Right side on the wing is Pettigo. Left side, Pritchett working off the Wilkes screen. 8 to shoot. Free throw line jumper. Swish! Courtney, swish it!
Nice little two-man game there between Wilkes and Pritchett.
Lady Tigers with a touchdown and extra point advantage here, 7-0. 2.5 minutes gone by. USAO trying to figure out this Lady Tiger defense. Was that shot attempt earlier by Alexander their first shot attempt of the game?
It was. Yeah.
Driving here, they try the back tap, shot floater in the lane, no good. Wilkes taps and controls. Needs help, here's Lee. Lee brings Campbellsville to the front court. Middle of the lane, down the lane, shot up high off the window, no good. Rebound taken in by Diaca Beretta. I'm going to try to get her name right. Bariti. No work on it. Into the corner. Beretta with the basketball, dumps it down. Now out, here's a three. And that hits the top of the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound to Campbellsville, looking for more. Driving in, Lauren Lee. Nice little hesitation move, and Lee will go to the free throw line as there's another foul called on USAO. This is going to be on Tanisha Fortune.
Well, it's once again a good defensive rebound by Campbellsville, an outlet pass, an up-ahead pass to Lauren Lee, and she was just able to get back there before the defense set up and was able to draw the foul. Lauren going to the free throw line here, 62.5% on the free throw line on the year.
Free throw here for Lauren Lee is good.
Well, Matt, I'd give you some stats, but here we go. We finally got them updated. Campbellsville starting off early here, 4 of 5 from the free throw line.
Second free throw is good for Lauren Lee. So that foul on Fortune, her first, 4 on USAO. 9-0, Campbellsville leads. Changes here as the Lady Tigers send Whitney Hay into the lineup, 6-foot redshirt sophomore forward from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. New player in there for USAO, that is Crystal Ortiz, 6-foot junior forward from Sallisaw, Oklahoma. And here's a foul on Campbellsville. That'll be on Burt. Bertram just checking in, the 5'6" junior guard from Glasgow, Kentucky, Elizabeth Bertram. Campbellsville had also sent in Kayla Luby, 6'2", graduate forward from B, Nebraska. Looking to see if there were any more changes for the Drovers. Inside. Bariti throws it out. And now a shot, no good off the elbow. Rebound to Campbellsville. Bertram to Hay. Whitney Hay brings Campbellsville across. Free throw line, thought about it. Kicks it out, right wing. Lee driving, has it poked away, stays with it. Has Pritchett, extra pass straight away. The Southpaw's three on the way, no good. And the rebound will carry him out of bounds. Campbellsville will see it go to USAO here.
Good offensive look there by the Lady Tigers. Good ball movement around the perimeter. And I tell you, Bertram has got one of those quick triggers. You get her at the top of the key, and she's halfway open. She is going to pull that shot. And I think her first shot last weekend, she banked it in.
Bert has a knack for the dramatic at times. Here is Bariti inside now. Driving Alexander, going to need some help. Has Tanisha Fortune, shot no good. Rebound comes off the Bloomfield. Put back no good. Whitney Hay comes out of there with it. She wants to run. Hay circles. Crossover. Another. Back the other way. And a whistle here goes against the Drovers. This will be on Fortune, and that will be 2 on Tanisha Fortune.
Yeah, Campbellsville here already in the bonus with 5:35 left to go in the first quarter.
Tyra Flowers will check in, the 5'10" sophomore forward from Winchester, Kentucky. Campbellsville leads 9-0, and it is Whitney Hay at the free throw line. 90.9% for Hay at the stripe.
Campbellsville starting here 33% from the field, 2 of 6, but we're still waiting for that first point for this science and arts team. 0 for 6 from the field.
Free throw here for Hay. Around and out. That's on me. I shouldn't have mentioned that 90.9. That's such a good number. Sometimes you got to know when to let them go. Free throw here is good for Whitney Hay. 10-0. Campbellsville the double-digit lead. Polk ahead to Ortiz. Now Bloomfield, who can really shoot it. Bloomfield steps through, leaves it free throw line for Ortiz, and their first bucket comes about 4 minutes and
40 seconds into the game. Yeah, so good defense by Campbellsville, but USAO there got the ball into the middle off that zone, and that's where you're going to get the most opportunities for points.
Hay wants Luby, can't get it to her. Flowers does. They kick it out. Bertram bluffs the shot, wants to drive. Lee, quick dribble, inside, pull up, jumper on the way. She is fouled. And USAO will send Lauren Lee back to the free throw line. And that is on Jordan Bloomfield. That's her second. So all these are starting to mount on the same players as we've reached immediate timeout. Benji Kelly, as we go to break, Lauren Lee, the valedictorian of this upcoming graduation.
Yeah.
And she is the third Lady Tiger, we believe, to be named valedictorian. I'll give you a minute to think about it. Not a minute, 30 seconds to think about it. When Lauren Lee gets back to the line, let's see how many you can get here.
Let's go.
4:59 remaining in the first quarter. Campbellsville with a 10-2 advantage here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. (10-2), Campbellsville leading USAO. The University of Science and Arts visiting from Oklahoma. Campbellsville, the top-ranked team in the country. The Drovers, number 24 in the nation. Lauren Lee at the line here. And Benji, I mentioned before the break, the Lady Tiger point guard, the valedictorian of this upcoming graduation. And she's the third Lady Tiger, we think, to be named the valedictorian. How many can you name the other two?
Well, one of them's on the bench.
One of them is definitely in the gym.
In the gym right now, and that'd be assistant coach Miranda Denny.
12-2 after Lauren Lee.
She was a 4.0 math major, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And she still teaches some from time to time within the math department for the university, as this foul will go against Elizabeth Bertram. So the Lady Tigers have 2 fouls in the first quarter, and both are against Burt. She'll sit as Maddie Nally checks in for the first time today, the 6'2" junior forward from Louisville, Kentucky. Nally, Hay, Flowers, and Luby in the backcourt with Whitney Lee. In the front court, they throw it away. Inside, Nally gave it right back. They threw it, little miscommunication between the Drovers, and Nally came ahead, threw it right back to them. Right side, Ortiz, skip pass. New player into the game there as Lee gets the left hand on it. She'll grab it, come down the lane, right side, right hand, lays one up and in. Does Lauren Lee.
Yeah, good defense, just keeping those hands moving, and as a result there, she got a steal and an easy layup.
Long pass ahead, looking for Ortiz. They've got her. She's in a trap, throws it. Driving here is Brady. She throws a shot up, no good, goes out of bounds, and this goes to Campbellsville as it was last touched by one of the ladies in green. Another whistle here is substitution. Alexia Corrales checked in a moment ago, 5'11" junior forward from Peru. And now in is Kadira Hamilton, 5'8" junior guard from Toronto, Canada. 14-2, the Lady Tigers the advantage. Benji Kelly still chewing on that trivia question here. Whitney Hay circles and backs down, shot up in the paint, no good. Rebound taken in by Corrales. Check that. That was Ortiz and had it knocked out of play. It'll stay with Science and Arts. And Bailey Pettigo.
Courtney Danis?
Nope, not Danis. I feel like that's a good guess. Lauren Lee going to check out. The game's high score here was 6 points. I'll help you out a little bit.
All right.
The third, the one you're looking for, was actually roommates with the first one. And here a 10-second violation as USAO could not get the basketball across the court. So I joked with Miranda Denny. I said, so there's a lot of studying going on in that room. She said, we were nerds.
Well, it sounds that way. And that's under a Coach Wise team. So I'm going to have to go back a little bit here.
Here is Whitney Hay, right elbow, drives in, dumps one down to Luby. Couldn't quite handle it clean. I think Kayla was out of bounds as she tried to save it in play. And a turnover on the Lady Tigers gives it back to USAO.
Well, you and I were not in that category of
most definitely not.
Yeah.
There was some hard, I'm sure there was a meeting of the minds to decide whether or not they even gave me my diploma.
Well, there was just,
Are we sure this guy did this? Here's the takeaways. Flowers knocked it free. Luby picked it up. Now they're going to navigate off to the left. Cutting down the middle is Hay. She'll throw up a little floater with the right hand. Too easy there for Whitney Hay.
Yeah, that's just good basketball right there. Campbellsville clicking on all cylinders on both ends of the court here.
Polk does a nice job getting free from Nally. Throws it ahead. Brady needs some help herself. It was knocked out of her hands. They're going to say it went off the leg, I believe, of Flowers and out of bounds.
I tell you what, this second squad here, I know we got Pettigo in there, the only starter, but Matt's one of the tallest second units that you'll probably see in the nation here in the NAIA.
You go through there, and Nally listed at 6'2", Luby at 6'2", Hay at 6 foot, and Flowers may be just about as long as any of them at 5'10". Shot no good. Hay brings Campbellsville the other way, leaves it off left side for Nally. She's going to draw the foul and go to the free throw line. She gets the hoop. Whitney Hay to help.
Well, that's just once again great basketball there. Whitney Hay penetrating and able to kick it over to Maddie Nally for an easy layup. That foul was on Hamilton, is that right?
Kira Hamilton picks up.
And I think it was one of those things that they probably wouldn't have called that a foul, but she was in the restricted area, and there was just a lot of contact there. The ball was already through the net before the whistle blew.
Free throw for Nally, no good. Needing help here. That ball kicked by Whitney Hay. Got the left leg on it. Or excuse me, it may have been the right leg. Ball goes out of bounds. Had the scorer's table not been here, it came right to me.
Yeah.
Polk with it. Steps through. Finds Brady. And Hamilton. And she turns it over. Hamilton was deep in the corner. Two Lady Tigers draped all over. And I think tried to maybe throw it off of Campbellsville, but to no avail. And the Lady Tigers get it back, leading 18-2. Number 1 Campbellsville, number 24 Science and Arts. First ever meeting between these two programs. Hay over the top has Luby, has to just do all she can to save it in bounds. Runs into the dance team down there to the other end. The Drover shot. Oh, Flowers, I thought blocked it. They're going to say she got Brady on the head. And so the foul on Flowers is number 1, 3 on Campbellsville as a team. And it is, it's Alexander at the line. I thought that was Brady shooting. So Alexander misses the first. One more for her coming up. Both free throws off the mark, 18-2, Campbellsville the other way. Talking to Cam Vick behind me there. It looks like he's going to be down today for the Tigers. Hay, the basketball behind the back, going to drive in. Ooh, may have been pushed there a bit by Ortiz, no call. Hay tries to get it back, can't do it. Here comes Brady. Down the end line. Lady Tigers trying to catch up now. It's a bit out of sorts defensively. And Pettigo takes it away. She's fouled. So as soon as Pettigo grabbed it there, Benji, Trinity Alexander grabbed her to prevent what may have been a run out.
Well, it may have been a run out, but you still sending Pettigo to the free throw line here. Pettigo a little 50% from the field, so we'll go ahead and say that she's going to have to spend some time in the gym to get that percentage up.
See if you can speak it into existence right here. The left-hander. What is it about left-handers from Barron County? Is she?
I know.
Bertram. 19-2 after the made free throw there. Hay and Luby Flowers checking out. Nally remains on the court. Pedigo out there as well. You've got Boyle, Wilkes, and Pritchett re-entering for CU. Second free throw. Look at that. Baylor Pedigo gets a pair.
So I'm going to go.
20-2.
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm going to go on that third valedictorian. Was it Jenny North?
Man, that's good.
Yeah, she
Did
was
you
smart.
cheat?
I did. I went and looked.
Oh, you cheater. All right. Well, either way, that's pretty good.
You told me it was a roommate, so I went and looked, and I knew.
So you saw the roster. You
I
went
did.
look for the. Okay, here
Yeah.
you go. Driving in, shot no good. That's really good. Yeah, Jenny,
she
if
was a
you're
heck of a
following,
player.
It was Miranda that labeled you as nerds, not. I just
that's
said
true.
you guys were studying all the time, huh? And she said, yeah, we were real nerds. And so, anyhow, congratulations to Lauren Lee. 20-2.
And she's known about it for a week, I think.
And didn't say anything.
Yeah.
It didn't say anything.
Well, it just shows you her character, just very, very humble.
Here's a three from Polk on the way. I had a nice little interaction. No good. And Allie the rebound with Lauren before the game walked over. Said, anything going on in your life you want to talk about? No, not really. I said, nothing at all. No, not really. Here is Wilkes inside. Quick move for Kit Kat. Caitlin Wilkes pitches one up and in.
Yeah, how many times have we seen that? A quick entry and a user body.
Takeaway. Pedigo got a hand on it. Over to Boyle. Boyle underneath. Tries to go reverse, and Ortiz swats it out of bounds. 1:02 remaining here in the first quarter. Campbellsville with a 20-point advantage, 22-2. The Drovers have made just the one field goal and
turned it over 9 times already.
A slew of turnovers for Coach.
Halfway through their season average there.
So Bailey checks out. Lauren Lee back in for Campbellsville. Finds Boyle cutting. Boyle was bumped, and she tried to give that up immediately.
Yeah, on the
go to
pass
the free
there.
throw line. She knew she was off balance, and the foul will go against Crystal Ortiz. And again, Campbellsville on the bonus. So with 1:01 remaining in the first quarter, Maddie Boyle to the nail. Well, at this rate, Benji, with all these fouls we've seen called, we may run right into that 7:30 start time for the guys.
Yeah, we thought we were going to get a little break there, but this first quarter has taken 25 minutes, and normally we're well on our way into the second quarter by now.
Free throw here for Boyle is good as well. 24-2. USAO trailed Georgetown last night 21-8 after the first quarter. And Campbellsville is going to put them behind a little further here. Nice spin move by Brady to get around defender. Shot no good. Maddie Nally, another nice box out and rebound for Campbellsville. Campbellsville wants to push. Lee sprinting middle of the court. Into the middle is Nally. Gives it right back to Lee. Won't shoot it. Inside. Right there at the Mid-South logo. Shot no good. Batted around. Lee picks it up. Out to Boyle. Boyle, 35 seconds.
Nice.
Inside, goes up the right-handed scoop lay-in.
Yeah, good penetration there by Boyle. She actually had the three-point shot, but the defense was coming out full speed, and she just took advantage and went right to the hole.
Polk finds Brady. Now across. Ortiz drives in. Tries to pitch one down to Alexander. Stolen by Pritchett. At times, it's like there's 6 or 7 of these gray jerseys out there. Campbellsville can hold for the final look.
Their hands are just constantly moving on the defensive end.
Into the corner. Pritchett. They want Wilkes. They've got her. 2 seconds. Wilkes spun middle. Nally catches it, pitches it back up and in.
Let's go.
As the buzzer sounds, Maddie Nally there to clean up the mess. Throws one through, and the Lady Tigers will take a 28-2 advantage into the second 10-minute period. Stay with us here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Back here in the PAL, where Campbellsville had a really effective first quarter. 28-2 is the score against this university science and arts team out of Oklahoma. I tell you what, Matt Payton, they put the clamps down on the defensive end. Campbellsville held science and arts to 1 of 12 shooting, turned them over 10 times, 15 points off those turnovers, and it's just been all Campbellsville from the get-go. 28-2,
the Lady Tigers with the advantage over science and arts. And Talked about at times it's got to feel like there's more Lady Tigers on the field on the court.
You're still in football
I'm in
mode.
Football. It might be in baseball mode.
That's true.
That's my jam. And Campbellsville 12 of 14 at the free throw line in the first quarter. Benji, you get that many opportunities to cash in. It really changes the game.
Well, it does, and then their defense is so effective. That zone is just, I mean, it's hard to go up against.
Laney Moreau back out there, so perhaps a little desperation for Coach Matthews, and who can blame him?
Well, yeah, the 2 points in 10 minutes.
Boyle cut off there. She made a quick move at Fortune here. Pritchett will jab step now out to Lee. Fortune also has 2 fouls, 6 seconds. Pritchett going to have to do something. Boyle, 2 seconds. Pull-up jumper on the way. She knocks it down. Maddie Boyle, as the shot clock sounds, sinks the little 14-footer.
Well, that's just heads up, knowing where the shot clock is, and a little penetration to back the defender off. She created some separation in a nice little 17, 18-footer.
And Wilkes flies out at Polk, gives it up to Fortune. Now Boyle and Lee give chase. Back to Polk on the wing. Free throw line out. Fortune that was Morrow looking for Bloomfield. It goes out of bounds. Campbellsville creates another turnover. Although that one may be a little unforced as the pass just too far into the corner, it appeared. 30-2. Lady Tigers with a 28-point advantage. Boyle out front here. Nally back to Boyle, right wing, off the Pritchett screen. 3 on the way, no good. Wilkes chases down the rebound. Boyle, ball fake. Now Pritchett straight away. 3 on the way. That is short. And the rebound is fought for and taken in by Bloomfield for the Drovers. Ahead to Polk. Nally runs out at her, forces her down the baseline, the sideline. Ball deflected here. Lee tries to save it and cannot do so. I have to talk with Coach Lane over there. He's got to grab Lauren right there. You got to make sure that the valedictorian doesn't get hurt, Coach.
And I don't know if that should have been a shot clock reset either.
So Campbellsville, are they saying Lauren had possession when she caught it, basically, out of bounds, I guess? Inside, Fortune catches. Polk going to drive. Throws up an off-balance shot, and it goes through over Wilkes. It looked like she and Pritchett.
I thought she got fouled there. Coach Matthews has a legitimate beef there.
Left wing, Boyle. Out top, Lee. Now right side. Lee, defended by Polk. Wilkes, the shot fake and kicks inside. And that ball taken away. Morrow, the nice job defensively. Fortune the other side. Bloomfield, right wing, she can really stroke it. Here's a 3 for Jordan Bloomfield. USAO with a couple of buckets here in the first couple of minutes of this second quarter. 30-7 the score. Bertram holds. Pritchett sets the screen. Burt works around it. Lee goes around Wilkes. Back out top. Shooter is Wilkes. They're going to call her for steps. Moreau didn't close out.
I think Caitlin was in between, do I shoot this or do I penetrate? And as a result, just her feet got a little quick before she put the ball in play. Another unforced turnover there for Campbellsville.
Fortune, far side. Polk in the middle. Needs some help. Fortune open. She'll try the 3 left side. That is good. So a couple of 3-point makes here for USAO, and it's a 30-10 ball game. Campbellsville's largest lead was 28, so 8 straight points for Science and Arts. Lee, right side of the lane. Pritchett, back to the point guard, Lee. Pettigo flashes out top between the circles on the dribble. Has Bertram. Bertram, 4 seconds, going to drive, and it's taken away by Fortune. His long arms got in there. Lee forces her to give it up, and Polk lays one in off the glass, and it's a 30-12 advantage.
Yeah, USAO on a nice little, I guess, 10-0 run here.
10 straight for the Drovers. And that first quarter really kind of changed on them as soon as Moreau picked up that second foul, and a few trips later, Fortune picked up 2. So inside here, Wilkes is bumped, and Moreau going to pick up the 3rd. And I'm going to tell you, I don't care who you're a fan of, but you kind of your heart breaks a little bit for USAO. You come all the way from Oklahoma, your best player all of a sudden has 3 fouls in about 4 or 5 minutes played, it feels like. Coach Matthews going to leave Moreau out there a little longer. Lee navigates the left. Moreau and Wilkes really working against one another. Strong move by Wilkes, and not much Moreau
well,
can
you
do.
can't. There's not much you can do unless you want to pick up your 4th foul and go to the bench. So
that's a tough matchup to have the foul troubles. And here's a young lady that had the year that Wilkes had a year ago. Player of the year, first team all-conference, NAI first teamer, turnover. Pritchett the other way. Here's Pettigo. Hay inside, needs help. Has Lee, right wing, wide open, 3 on the way. Bang! Lauren Lee with Edward Jones, triple for the Lady Tigers.
That is your valedictorian shooting a very good, effective three-point shot. What I like about Lauren Lee is she picks her moments to take a 3, and 9 times out of 10, she's knocking them down.
You get to here's another turnover. Lee forces a take a giveaway, I guess, as Pettigo inside finds Lee, and Lauren Lee, she will get the bucket. Bailey Pettigo the bounce, and Lee's in double figures.
Yeah, that's good basketball right there between your two guards there, Pettigo and Lauren Lee.
Closing in on 5 minutes remaining of this first half. 37-12 the score. Lady Tigers all over USAO. Another 3 for the Drovers, no good. Lee grabs the rebound for CU. She wants to push. Now she'll slow it down a bit as she crosses the timeline. Campbellsville with the 25-point advantage. Pettigo into the corner. Hay with the entry to Wilkes.
Another bump with the body. I mean, it's a good call. It really is.
So Moreau
picks up her 4th.
Picks up number 4. And, tough spot for Coach Matthews. You're kind of darn if you do, darn if you don't. It's going to be hard to win with her on the bench, but this is a worst-case scenario playing out for the Drovers here as we've reached the media stoppage with 4:47 remaining in the first half. 37-12, the Lady Tigers lead it. Stay with us here on the CU Sports Network. 37-12, the Lady Tigers with the advantage here in the Powell Center. Matt Payton and the former Tiger Benji Kelly with you. You see some of the replays from our game today, and Bailey Pettigo finding Lauren Lee there. Lauren with 11 points. Benji 3 of 5 to start the basketball game. Perfect at the free throw line. 1 of 1 from long range. Nice start for her as she'll trigger it in for Campbellsville. Quickly has Whitney Hay. Goes up. Strong move for Whitney Hay across the lane. That is good.
Yeah, good out-of-bounds play there off the timeout, off the media timeouts.
Hay gives Campbellsville something in that second unit to score the basketball that is just going to be – it's just going to be huge for them all year long.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, and she's got three years left as well.
Out the top. Ball fake. Out to Polk here, right corner 3. That is good for Brianna Polk. And 39-15. Our score here. Lee the basketball. USAO went on a 10-0 run, and I think the Lady Tigers answered Benji with maybe 9 straight of their own there.
They did.
Pettigo left side, drives at Polk. Ooh, Bailey got that off arm extended, no call.
Wing.
Finds Flowers, has it blocked. It was hit. Can they ask for help? She said no, but okay, I'll tell you this. It was either hit or it was a foul.
Yeah.
They either hit the ball or it was a foul, because I've never seen a player go up.
Yeah.
Anyway, easy for me to say from my vantage point, it was a little clear, but maybe ask for help right there.
Well, exactly, or yes. And that's where don't anticipate something being there that's not there.
Well, there's a reason Tyra Flowers lost the basketball.
Exactly.
There. And either she was hit or the ball was hit. Here is a 3 from Fortune. That's no good. Rebound going to go out of play. And Campbellsville will have it, 39-15 the count, 3:41 to play in the first half. Flowers and Lee here in the backcourt. Luby, Hay, and Boyle in the front court for CU. Boyle tying the sneaker.
Speaking of sneakers, how's Courtney Pritchett doing here? So 1-2, typical.
The jury's still out on those new kicks. Flowers out to Lee, won't shoot it, drives in, wants Flowers, long two from Tyra Flowers, no good. Hay in there, keeps it alive. Lee bounces it out to Boyle. Now Hay on the inline will drive against Alexander. Fall away shot, no good. Luby in a perfect spot for a rebound, that won't go. And the rebound comes in to Ortiz. USAO back the other way. Free throw line, Alexander needs a little help here as Boyle comes at her. Inside, they find Ortiz. Shot blocked from behind. I think Luby got a hand on it. Out to Polk. Wide open three, good for Brown of Polk. And it's a 39-18 game as the long ball paying dividends for USAO.
Yeah, they're 4 of 8, actually shooting better from three-point land than they are from the field total. 6 of 20.
Hay going to drive here. Benji steps through and pulled the string on that shot a bit. And Polk comes out of the scrum with the basketball. Boyle pressures a bit. And now Ortiz, free throw line, Alexander. Lee there. Alexander comes right side. Polk looking for another three. Instead has to dump it down to Ortiz. Takes the 12-footer off the inline. That's no good. Luby the board. Boyle to run. Threads the needle to Lee, who goes up and she's fouled by Fortune. Maddie Boyle had about a 3-foot window from 25 to 30 feet. And man, oh man, I don't know if we've got the replay down there, but I'd love to see that pass again. Well, that is a dime.
That looked like a little Caitlin Hall-esque bounce pass there. Here we go.
Fortune, here's that pass.
Oh, wow.
You could see the defender, Fortune, closing, so she just threads the needle between Alexander and Fortune. That is a beauty. That is the third foul on Fortune, 3 on USAO as a team. And Lauren Lee with a dozen here in the basketball game. Her career high 21. Did that come in the Mid-South Conference tournament last year?
I believe it did.
She had a game there where she was just phenomenal. Free throw here, good. 42-18, I believe your score. Or no, 41 will be correct. I
believe that was against Cumberland's, wasn't it?
It may have been.
I think so.
She had a game where she was just everything you could ever hope a point guard to be. Here is Alexander looking inside. Boyle flashes in there and knocked it away, and Bloomfield open for 3, no good. Luby had the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Brady. So it'll stay with Campbellsville. They'll have to come the length of the court here with 1:50 to play in the first half. Second quarter action. 41-18 the score. Campbellsville the ball. Lauren Lee angles off to the right side. Boyle out top. Now Pettigo looking for Boyle. Steps back behind that flower screen. Can't shoot it. Boyle's picked up her dribble. Luby going to post. Out. Lee on the right side. Dribbles in from 12 feet. Good for Lauren Lee. She's got 15 in the game.
That's impressive right there. And what she's doing is she's just taking what the defense gives her. Penetrating a little, mid jumpers there in the lane. Going to the free throw line.
Brady out to Bloomfield. Bloomfield going to try one. She can really shoot it, or has in the early going. Lee the rebound, and she and Pettigo collide. Bailey took the worst of that. Lee out. Boyle open. 3 on the way. Short. Pettigo, Luby, and one of the USAO players is that Alexander. Yeah, they all go down. They're going to get Alexander on a foul here.
Stays here.
And that'll be the second on Trinity Alexander, 4 on the Drovers. Maddie Nally will re-enter. She had that big putback to close out the first quarter. Baseline out of bounds for CU. Lee has Boyle cutting. Some contact there. It's a play on, and now underneath the goal, they're going to nab Maddie Boyle for the foul, I do believe. And that's the first on Boyle, first on Campbellsville in the period. So we had several fouls called in the first quarter, Benji. It's been a little less
calmer here.
A little less whistling.
Yeah. Well, the difference is USAO, they're making some shots. And the ball just continues to move, and there's a steal by Lauren Lee.
Nice right inside, long ahead. She's got Boyle. Maddie Boyle gets the finish. Lauren Lee, the long find.
Yeah, playing exceptional basketball. Lauren Lee is here this evening.
And here's another foul on Boyle, a block there. So they'll say Boyle late to the spot. Bloomfield draws the contact. 2 on Boyle, 2 on the Lady Tigers. Pedigo going to check in for Maddie Boyle here. Boyle taking some deep breaths there, so she may have been a little winded, but you wouldn't know.
No,
there's no slowing the motor down for her. So
well, your two starting guards there, 25 of the 45 points, playing some really good basketball. Both of them are perfect from the free throw line. 6 of 6 for Lauren, and Maddie 4 of 4. So
Polk with it. Pedigo defends. Campbellsville in that extended zone pressure here. Little inside pass for Braden. And here, Alexander's shot no good. Rebound taken in by Luby. Flowers going to bring Campbellsville ahead. She'll slow it down. Near midcourt, Pedigo. And Flowers very close to the backcourt there. A backcourt violation, I should say. Flowers on the dribble. Shovels it over to Lee. Out. Pedigo. Quick release with 2 seconds left in the half. Shot no good. Knocked out of bounds. And that's where the buzzer will bark, sending us to halftime here. Campbellsville will head to the locker room, leading the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma 45-18. We will step away, take a short break ourselves, 2-minute break here. We'll come back and look at the numbers that made up the first 20 minutes of play here. Campbellsville again with a 27-point advantage. Stay with us here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Halftime at the Powell Center, 45-18 your score. Campbellsville University, the top-ranked team in the country, leading the University of Science and Arts, visiting from the state of Oklahoma here in the first half. As Benji Kelly, Matt Payton with you today. Benji, first half, Campbellsville finishes 47% from the floor, 15 of 32. The Lady Tigers just 1 of 8 from deep, so they didn't shoot it exceptionally well from long range, but 14 of 16 at the free throw line, 87.5%. When you factor in the fact that the Lady Tigers are 14 of 16 at the charity stripe, Science and Arts 0 of 2, 14-point margin there. It's been tough for the Drovers, but to be outdone at the free throw line and that margin in the first 20 minutes, that's a big disparity.
It is, and we knew that this science and arts team were going to be very aggressive on the defensive end. And as of right now, the officials, they're calling pretty much everything. There's a lot of body contact, a lot of, swiping at the ball. And as a result, Campbellsville is taking advantage of that from the free throw line. But what I'm most impressed about this Campbellsville team, Matt, is how they're turning this number 24 ranked team over. They've already got 14 turnovers here in the first half. They only average 18 for the game, and they're taking advantage of those turnovers and scoring on the offensive end. So doing it on both ends of the court. When you got your two guards, your point guard, your leading scorer, and your shooting guard already in double figures, it's a recipe for teams that come in here that they have a hard time figuring out.
The Lady Tigers have turned their on average their opponents over 30 times a game. A top 24 team, roughly on pace for near that amount through 20 minutes. Quite impressive what they've been able to do defensively. The Drovers 28% shooting in the first half. They were 7 of 25, 4 of 11 from long range. Brianna Polk and Tanija Fortune, getting going a bit offensively for the Drovers. Game high 15 points for Lauren Lee. She was exceptional in the first half, 4 of 6 shooting. She knocked down the only Edward Jones 3 of the first half for Campbellsville, 6 of 6 at the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals for Lauren Lee. This has been funny how this has worked out. We found out last night about Lauren and the whole valedictorian thing, and we were giving her a hard time, or the girls were. They were on their way back. They went and watched Georgetown, I think, in USAO last night in Georgetown, and I guess they had asked Lauren or talking about it, and Lauren just kind of casually mentioned,
oh, by the way.
And they're like, oh, that's awesome, congratulations. And they come to find out she had known about a week and hadn't told anyone. Right. So I was joking with her on the bench before the game, anything going on? No, not really. She wasn't going to let me have it. And I said, well, I'll just make something up then. And she said, just make it something really cool. And I said, how about you're the new mayor of Liberty? And she was like, that's good, future aspirations. And I said, well, I'm going to tell the other thing too. And she was like, all right, fine. So she is, when your point guard is so unassuming.
Yes.
And she just blends in, right?
She does.
Out there, you can't hide her. She's that good.
She's that good. And like I said, her freshman year, we saw it toward the end of her freshman year where the light bulb just kind of came on, and she kind of started reading the defense and took what the defense gave her. Tonight, that's doing exactly what she needs to be doing. The lanes are opening up. She's penetrating, getting those 12 to 15 footers. She knocked down a 3 when that presented itself, and then getting steals on the defensive end, dishing the ball, but also getting rewarded for that defense as well, going to the free throw line. So just a spectacular night here for Lauren Lee.
Campbellsville gets double figures also from Maddie Boyle. She was really good in the first half. Boyle finishing 3 of 8 shooting, makes all 4 of her free throw attempts, 10 points for her. 5 points out of the starting lineup for Caitlin Wilkes, 2 boards for Kit Kat, 5 more off the bench for Whitney Hay, 2 boards, 2 assists for Hay, 4 each for Maddie Nally to go with 3 rebounds, and Bailey Pettigo, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals. A lot of crooked numbers for Bailey. And again, here in her final season of college basketball, she continues to be that player night in and night out. You tell me what you might need done. Bailey is capable of doing it. If you need her to score 12 to 15, she can go out there and do it. If you need her to box out and get you 8 or 9 rebounds, she's capable of that. I mean, it is just it is uncanny, her ability to contribute night to night in different ways.
different ways. And I think you can actually point to 2 or 3 other Lady Tigers who would do that as well. Courtney Pritchett, we talked about, she's scored the most points of anybody on this Lady Tiger team, but yet they're not needing her to score. They're just needing her to do the little things. And in 15 minutes of action, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 points, and no fouls. So she's doing exactly what they need her to do. But Matt, this is a fun team to watch. It really is.
Campbellsville saw action from Tyra Flowers, Elizabeth Bertram, and Kayla Luby there in the first half. Those young ladies failed to score. For USAO, led in scoring by Brianna Polk with 10 points, a rebound for her there in the first half. They got, and actually after Polk's 10, nobody else had more than 1 field goal make. So that's obviously a problem. Morrow scoreless, 8 minutes of action with the foul troubles. Been a short night for her, and you really hate to see that in a big matchup. She wanted to play well. They needed her to play well, and unfortunately, that's just how the whistle goes sometimes.
It does. Sometimes it happens like that. But I will say that, you can see glimpses of this team and how good they can be. They just come in here and has been a little shell-shocked with this Lady Tiger team.
The Drovers get 3 points from Jordan Bluefield and Tanija Fortune, 2 points from Crystal Ortiz there in the first half. How about the rebounding number, 21-9 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Campbellsville 7 on the offensive end, just 2 for Science and Arts. 9 assists, 10 steals, 8 turnovers for Campbellsville. 6 assists, 5 steals, 14 turnovers for the Drovers. Enhanced scoring, Campbellsville 22-6 points in the paint off turnovers, 22-8 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Second chance, 6-3 in favor of CU, and bench points 9-2 in favor of Campbellsville. They've led the entire way. They went up big early and really haven't looked back, as here at halftime they lead 45-18. We'll step away, take our extended break here, come back and get you ready for second half action in just a bit. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 45-18 our halftime score. The Lady Tigers leading the University of Science and Arts from Chickasha, Oklahoma. I didn't look at that. Benji, you know where Chickasha is?
I do not, but you need me to find out. I can real quick.
The resident Rand McNally to my left here.
Well, now that I've got the iPad, I can do that rather quickly.
Times have changed. When I was a kid, I remember, my dad, when the new Rand McNally would come out, it's like a yearly thing. He'd go, you found one of those in Walmart, man, that bad boy was as good as bought. Nowadays, it's just, it's all on the phone.
It is about 40 minutes south of Oklahoma City, southwest.
40 minutes or miles?
Well, I'd say 40 minutes or so. It may be closer than that, maybe 22 miles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Almost a suburb of Oklahoma City if you wanted to go there. USAO basketball to start the second half. Early three fired up, no good. Morrow, the big rebound, kicks it out. Jumper on the way, no good. Morrow kind of laying on Pedigo there and gets the putback. Pedigo's trying to push her out of the way.
Get out of the way, yep. First points by her.
First points for Morrow coming in the second half. Foul trouble for her all day long, and a spirited effort to start for USAO. They get a takeaway there. They knocked it out of the hands of Pritchett. Morrow in the paint. Short shot is good. And Lainey Morrow with 4. She's just 20 off her season average. And the limited minutes, it'll take a Herculean effort for her to stay in the game long enough to get there, let alone actually get the points.
Yeah, 4 fouls in the first half. Something you rarely see.
We saw that in the national tournament last year when the Lady Tigers ran into Clark, and they pinned some quick fouls on both Caitlin and Courtney.
Yep.
Inside, Wilkes going to go to work, and that one, a little off-balance shot. There's Morrow. Got the rebound, and she ran into Pedigo, and Bailey may have.
I think
chin, maybe?
The chin and heads.
Yeah, Morrow going to take her time to get back down the court, and Bailey going to check in. I don't know if Morrow wanted to hear any of that. She may have been frustrated, but Bailey, I think, trying to
say I'm sorry.
My bad, and I don't know.
Pedigo was like, okay, let's play ball then.
Here's another shot from Morrow. That is good. Morrow.
Well, you see how good of a player she is, and Campbellsville fortunate there that first half. That's no points, but here quickly she's got 6.
47-22. Campbellsville leading. Pritchett. Now Boyle right side. Boyle working off that Wilkes screen. Throws it right between the legs of Lauren Lee. Turnover on the Lady Tigers as Boyle just a bit too close. Ball that passed too low, for Lee to handle. Between the wickets and out of bounds. Is that score on the scoreboard right? I think they gave 2 points to something. We didn't score in the second half yet. Here is a shot from...
No, it should be 45-24.
Yeah, Polk. I think they're fixing it now.
Yeah.
I got to thinking after I said that, I was like, we've not scored in this period. As who was that foul on, Benji?
Pritchett.
So that's the first on Courtney Pritchett. First in the quarter on the Lady Tigers as a team. 45-24. Polk's free throw around and out, no good. Polk on the year, about 43.8% from the line, so not her strong suit, but she certainly shot it well in the second quarter. Free throw here is good. Coach Matthews here, you're hoping for some big minutes from Morrow and give yourself a chance down the stretch in this basketball game. On the road at number 1. Pritchett won't shoot it. Out top Boyle. She will. 3 on the way. That is too strong. Rebound comes down to Polk. And USAO the other way. Polk. Long pass. Driving in here is Brady. Shot taken by, was that Fortune on the inline?
It was, yeah. And that's a 9-0 to start the second quarter here. Or third quarter, second half, Matt. 45-27. USAO in a 10-0 run at one point in the first half. Looking for Wilkes, can't get it to her. Now Lee going to drive inside and kicks. Boyle again. Drives in this time. Back out
Lee into the middle, has Pritchett wide open straight away, around and out, no good. Rebound taken in by Brady. Chased by Boyle. Now Pettigo helps Fortune with it. Less than 7 minutes to play in the third. Moreau zips one down inside to Brady. Bounces it out to Polk. One dribble. Now the three. No good. Rebound to Bloomfield. We're going to go to the arrow as Lee tied up Bloomfield, and the possession will belong to Campbellsville thanks to the double thumbs.
Campbellsville were very fortunate there to get that jump ball because Science and Arts had the offensive rebounding position, and Lauren just kind of was able to get in there and get a hand on it. Could have been an easy putback for Science and Arts.
I'm not sure the exact message at halftime from Coach Matthews, but it's resonated with his team. Foul goes against Fortune, and that's 4 on Panija Fortune. She doesn't want to sub.
I'm not going to foul anymore, I promise.
And look, I love that response from her, and that young lady just wants to stay in the basketball game. But sometimes you foul when you don't mean to.
Well,
I think, you know, for Coach Matthews, you just got to protect them. And
there's still a lot of basketball left.
Yeah, every coach in America is faced with that from time to time. And Lee out top, Pettigo, and Pritchett tries to feed one through. I think that went off the leg of a defender, no call. 45-27 the score as USAO comes back the other way, and a running shot for Polk is good. Campbellsville looking for points here.
Yeah, they are. And I'm surprised Coach Colvin hasn't called a timeout yet to kind of settle them down a little bit. But right now we just haven't got a decent look here to start this second half.
Pettigo needs some help. Lee will flash and grab the basketball. Straight away, Boyle, 3 on the way.
That'll work.
Maddie Boyle will get the Powell Center up on its feet for a moment.
Yeah, it's the first probably clean look that this Lady Tiger team has had here in the second half. 3 at the top of the key for Maddie Boyle. Good execution there on that design play.
48-29 the score. Polk left side chased by Pettigo and Boyle. Out to Bloomfield. Right wing, 3 on the way from Ortiz. No good. Polk, the only one down there for the rebound. Goes back up. She's fouled. They're going to say Bailey got her, and that will be the first on BP. Second on Campbellsville. Polk will go back to the free throw line. Changes for the Lady Tigers as Wilkes checks out. Boyle checks out. Got to have a couple more here. Pritchett and Pettigo will check out. Hay, Flowers, Luby, and Bertram into the lineup. Polk's free throw on the way. That is good. 48-30. One more coming for Brianna Polk, and that one is good.
Well, Matt, they've cut this thing to 17, got it under 20. A little bit at a time here. You're seeing glimpses of how good this team can be.
Lee at the elbow, hesitates, picked up by Moreau. Now Hay wants to drive. Inside, feeds it across the lane. Moreau read it and knocked it away from Luby. Nice job by the Drovers defensively. Brady the other way, knocks the lead down. Shot, pops off. Rebound to Flowers. Lee around a defender. On the offensive attack as Lee throws one up in the paint, no good. Brady.
Wow. Nothing's falling for this Lady Tiger team.
Rebound, Campbellsville will retreat defensively here. 3 from Ortiz, no good. Moreau's putback is good. Lainey Moreau has 8, I believe, here in the second half. And now Ginger High Colvin will take that timeout. She loves to let her team play through those types of moments and the adversity. Here she'll go ahead and stop a Science and Arts run before it becomes much more than a run. 48-33. Campbellsville the advantage, 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 3-point Campbellsville advantage here. Matt Payton and Benji Kelly with you on the call tonight. The Lady Tigers back in action next weekend in Kingsport, Tennessee at the Show Classic down in the Volunteer State. Lady Tigers hopefully closer to getting some troops back, Benji. Rachel Presley and Sarah Sutton both dressed tonight. We won't see them. They are not available to play, but as they work back, as a former player and someone who dealt with injuries, just being in uniform on the bench, I think means a lot for you and your team.
Absolutely, it does, and just the confidence of you trying to battle back as well.
Bertram, the confidence to shoot that three, and it'll go out of bounds as Whitney Hay and Ortiz collide. And are they pointing to USAO now as Brady went down there in the inbound? This brings us to our media stoppage. The Lady Tigers took a full timeout a moment ago. Now
some of those floating timeouts.
Our media stoppage here, 48-33. We'll keep it right here since we just had the break. We'll stay in the Powell Center. Mentioning that about Presley, trying to go back to last year, we think maybe Rachel dressed in the national tournament. Hard to remember, but potentially this is the first time Rachel's dressed, and I see her mom on the far side, and Sarah Sutton's worked through that ankle injury, and she's trying to get back here in her senior season. So it's hard to imagine that this Lady Tiger team could get even deeper than it already is.
Well, it's, when you have a team like this Lady Tiger team that did not lose anybody last year, you had Presley, who was pretty much a no-go for all year. I think she did dress because I remember her being out there on the court during warm-ups. But as a result, she's just wanting to get out there and play because she has worked her tail off to get in shape, and still hampered by, a little bit of injury, just not quite got that approval yet to play.
Here's Lee inbound, quick move by Bertram, ball knocked away, so it did stay with Campbellsville out of that stoppage. The Lady Tigers with a turnover. Bloomfield bounces ahead to Polk. Morrow out of the lineup for the time being, and a takeaway by Campbellsville as Polk maybe a little out of control driving in line here. Lee is knocked to the ground by Ortiz.
That is
right in front of her family over
body
there.
Block right there.
Lauren with a big laugh. I'll tell you what, Lauren Lee keeps playing like this. She may be the mayor of Campbellsville.
Well, you never know.
Well, won't even have to go back to her hometown of Liberty. Have to be careful. Dennis Bennyfield will be after me after making that comment.
Well, it's not an election year, so he'll probably forget. He's safe for a while.
He's safe for a while. Here, driving in. And, actually, Flowers was looking for Hayes.
Yeah, Hay was wide open and just wasn't expecting the ball.
Bloomfield, three, left side, no good. Rebound taken in by Luby. And Whitney Hay back to the other end. She'll slow down between the circles. Lee has it. Now top Nally. Flowers. Left side, Hay. Thought about it. Defender flies out. Hay on the drive here. Backs away, needs help. Flowers in the middle. She'll drive in. She is bumped and fouled by Alexander.
I love that aggressiveness right there of Tyra coming off the curl, and she was just able to get in there and just get to the rim, and that's just a good basketball right there.
So 3 on Alexander and 3 on
Tyra at the free throw line here, 50% on the year.
Flowers misses that one well off the mark.
Expecting big things from the sophomore here from Winchester. Played down at North Alabama.
Free throw is strong for Flowers, so it'll go back to USAO. Left side, and we're going to have a little arm bar perhaps on Flowers, kind of roll Bloomfield down towards the end line. 2 on Flowers. 4 on the Lady Tigers as a club. Sideline out of bounds here as Brady will pitch it in. Polk off to Ortiz. 48-33, Campbellsville with a 15-point advantage. Driving inline, Brady had that block. Was that Hay maybe? Staying with it is Alexander.
There we go.
Flowers flies in, grabs it. Quick outlet to Lee. Lee running. Lee shot, contact. She'll go to the ground and now to the free throw line as the
there we go. Technical
shot
foul
off the mark, and we're going to have a technical called on someone. Green 4, that's Polk. So Polk. Coach Matthews wants to know. So Coach Matthews is wanting to know what was said or done. Now, okay, here's and I don't know the thought process for Coach Matthews, but Polk only has one. Does the technical go as a personal because it was unsporting? Well, to me, you don't want that on Alexander because she's got 3. That would be her 4th.
That's correct.
So,
guys, I don't know if we have a replay of that. Let's see if we can take a look.
Now, as the color guy, they hate when you ask for
well,
a replay.
okay.
No, they hate when I do it too.
Do they do it?
Yeah,
well,
you know,
I don't get paid to do this,
they hate when I ask for it too because they, we
gotta work. We gotta go back to work here. So
yeah,
that's all
Lauren
right.
Lee at the line. We'll see if we've got that teed up. It puts them in the hot seat down there. They're trying to figure out if they've got a good replay.
Well,
our crew does a great job. There's the foul, and then. No, both of them did it. I think he whistled it as Lee hits the second.
It's the right call.
Alexander in frustration after the fact, but as the whistle was sounding, he was already motioning. It was whatever Polk said to whoever the Lady Tiger was on the right block.
It's a right call.
So Lee hits, those are the personal foul free throws. Lee gets 1 of 2. And
we had a shooting foul, then we had the technical foul.
So here are the technical foul.
The shooting foul was first.
Free throws.
To the call.
First free throw for Pritchett.
And then
good.
Campbellsville gets the ball because it's an unsport. I think so.
We're about to find out as Pritchett hits both. How's this? The Lady Tigers' leading scorer on the team, 1,100 points all time, Courtney Pritchett. That's our first free throws of the year, and we're through 3 games and a half of basketball, and they come on technical free throws.
Yeah.
So it is Campbellsville basketball, 51-33. So any run that USAO had, Campbellsville can put the water on that here. That's a nice little give and go. Maddie Nally sticking in there off the iron.
What
a run by Campbellsville's Nally. It was Luby to bounce it into her.
That was a tremendous bounce pass.
Nally gave it to Luby at the high post. Nally had already taken off before Luby caught it. Here's a shot no good. 53-33 the score. Flowers another rebound. Flowers to the trailer, Pritchett, and now left side it's Lee. Back to Pritchett out top. Lee bounces. Luby again. Here's Flowers. On the dribble. Cutting is Luby. She'll go up. She gets the deuce. Tyra Flowers the dime.
Nice. We got Nally with a steal.
Steal by Nally. Lee won't shoot it. She'll drive. Double team there. Shovels. Flowers. Extra pass. Pritchett. Bang. Campbellsville University and the Lady Tigers rolling here in the Powell Center. The 3-point shot by Courtney Pritchett. Flowers the send, and it's back to a 25-point basketball game in the blink of an eye. It was
just
17
like
a moment ago, maybe even 15. It was 33-48, right? It's a 15 or a 10-0 run.
10-0 run, just
in
like
the blink.
that. Yeah, just like that.
And that's what this team is capable of. And for Coach Matthews, I'm not going to lie, that's a really good science and arts team.
Absolutely.
And they've dealt with some stuff here today that has been challenging to say the least. They've continued to battle, but that right there just shows you the firepower of this CU bunch.
Absolutely. And once again, doing it on the defensive end, which leads to opportunities on the offensive end. What about that bounce pass by Luby there to cutting Maddie Nally? And then the very next possession, you got Tyra Flowers, or that's Pritchett for a 3, and then you got Tyra Flowers who caught a Luby cutting to the basket for an easy putback. So just a great basketball right there for this Lady Tiger team.
My stats page went kaput on me here. worry about that in a moment. Turnover. USAO, the long pass. Ortiz couldn't handle it down there. Out of bounds. So Campbellsville gets it back once again here. 58-33. Pritchett in the white sneakers. Bounces to Flowers. She's going to rip through one-on-one. Out. Ooh, looking for Pritchett, but it was Brady there to get a hand on that. Lauren Lee tries to knock it away. Can't do it. Less than a minute to go in the period. That ends the 10-0 run for CU. Lee, right side of the lane, stops. Out to the trailer, Pritchett. Pritchett works through. Entry pass. Luby off the window. Good.
Luby with a quick hitter there. The ball does not get about 2-3 inches above the rim, but she is so good at that angle. Nice little post play there by the transfer from Nebraska.
Hamilton out to Brady. She will be called for steps. Shuffled the feet ever so slightly as she was trying to take off there.
Well, Matt, this science and arts team got out to a quick start here in this third quarter. I think it was a 15-2 run, and then Campbellsville has come back on a 13-2 run here to finish this quarter.
60-35. Campbellsville holding for the final shot of this third period, leading by 25 points. Lee bounces. Oh, looking for Luby, and a little miscommunication. 2 seconds. Long pass to Polk. She'll throw up a floater, banks it in. So Brianna Polk gives USAO a little momentum. Positive to end the third quarter on there. 60-37 will be your score as we head to the fourth quarter. We'll step away, take a short timeout, come right back. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. All into it this afternoon, or I guess we're evening now. It kind of feels weird to be playing
weird
on a Saturday night here in the Powell Center. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly with you. A little doubleheader action tonight. We've got an extra 30 minutes in between. So this broadcast will close, and we'll come back for our guys' game shortly thereafter. I'll give you a time for that once this one concludes. I'm guessing we'll have a 20-minute break, maybe 30-minute break or so, as this ball kicked by Campbellsville's Pritchett. Lady Tigers, 2 players in double figures, Lee and Boyle. They were there at halftime. 60-37 the score. Moreau back out there for USAO. Here's Brady for 3. That is good out of that far corner down there. It'll be 60-40 as Lauren Lee brings CU back down the court. Pritchett to Flowers on the right side. Luby out top. Pritchett right wing. Won't shoot it. Works off the Luby screen. Rolling is Luby, and they're going to say she took off a bit too early. Gets nabbed for a moving screen, Benji Kelly. And here we're going to get a line change for Coach Ginger High Colvin. The foul on Luby was her first. Luby, Flowers, Nally, Lee, and Pritchett all out for Campbellsville. Boyle, Bertram, Pettigo, Hay, and Wilkes out there. Fortune out front. She's got 4 fouls. Moreau also has 4 fouls. Hay and Boyle combine on a takeaway. Boyle ahead to Hay. Across the lane. Bertram off the window. Good. She gets the bucket. Whitney Hay the bounce.
Yeah, it's just good, unselfish basketball there by Whitney Hay. She could have actually went ahead and went into that for that layup, but Bertram cutting to the middle there for an easy layup. That's a double dribble.
Here is Bloomfield driving out of the corner. Cut off, forced all the way back out near midcourt by Hay and Bertram. Fortune catches. Moreau just inside the arc. Jumper, no good. Rebound to Boyle.
Good block out by Pedigo there.
Hay, left wing. Stops, wants Wilkes on the entry. Can't get it to her. Skips it to Bertram. Long two for Burt. That is no good. Wilkes, the rebound. Quickly back up. Good for Caitlin Wilkes.
And Morrow there just really couldn't do anything if she wants to stay in the game. Wilkes got in there and got the good offensive rebounding position.
Coach Matthews wants a timeout, a 30-second timeout for Coach Matthews as Campbellsville's lead back up to 24 points here, 64-40. This becomes a media stoppage with 8:27 to play in the basketball game. We'll step away. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 64-40 your score. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly at the Powell Center. Donna Wise court for this top 25 matchup between the top-ranked Lady Tigers of Campbellsville University and University of Science and Arts.
Another good crowd here on hand, Matt.
Really nice crowd here.
I love how this community and just comes out and supports our athletic programs.
Back to play. Fortune with it. Needing help, Bloomfield. Fortune again, around the horn they come. That's Ortiz. Ball deflected. Fortune able to stay with it. Brady down on the end line. Backs away. And now a little hip check, hand check perhaps on Maddie Boyle. That'll be 3 on Boyle. 2 on the Lady Tigers. Fortune the basketball. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. Inside Moreau, and she is bumped and fouled. Whitney Hay got the leg out there a bit. Oh, they call that on Wilkes? Oh, I thought
that was on Hay.
I did too. Hay kind of got that left leg out there, Benji, as she was trying to go around. Anyhow, they get Caitlin Wilkes on the foul call. Just 1 on Kit Kat. Cutting is Moreau, not there. They'll throw it out deep to Reddy. And her shot in the paint, no good. Rebound tap, controlled by the shooter. Back out to Fortune. Into the corner. And here's Bloomfield, sidestep 3, no good. Moreau in there, crashes hard, and we've got a foul called here against, well, that's Wilkes again. So 2 on Wilkes, 4 on Campbellsville, and bonus scenario the rest of the way. 7:42 to play in the period for USAO. Fortune looking. Gets it right back from Moreau. Into the corner, Bloomfield. She'll drive. Bloomfield off balance shot, able to bank it in. 64-42, Campbellsville to the offensive end. Pedigo wants Wilkes. Moreau does a nice job to fight to the front. Bertram in the middle finds Wilkes. Wow. That is some beautiful basketball.
Yes, it is. What a touch pass there by Elizabeth Bertram.
She saw Moreau take 1 step towards her in the middle and knew she was going to have Wilkes. Did Moreau get a hand on it? Deflected?
Maybe a little bit.
Ball out here to Fortune. She got a wide open lane. She's going to stop at the free throw line, kick it out into the corner. Shot no good for Ortiz. Wilkes the rebound. Hay ahead, driving, avoids the defender, Fortune, and throws one up in off the window.
And that just shows you how quick this Lady Tiger team can get a rebound and get down to the offensive end and beat the defense back.
Bertram picks up the foul call. Here's the whistle sounds. That's going to be 2. No, that's I put that on Luby on accident. That's going to be 3 on Burt. And it'll send Fortune to the free throw line here for USAO. 68-42. Fortune at the stripe. First free throw good for Kanijah Fortune. Played at Cisco Junior College. Free throw here, no good. Ortiz, the rebound over the top of Wilkes. Wilkes falls to the other block and grabs the miss. That's one way to
get you a defensive rebound.
Pedigo going to dribble handoff to Boyle. Now Hay flashes over the top looking for Wilkes. Has her and goes up. That is, again, a nice pass. Whitney Hay this time for the Lady Tigers, setting up Wilkes.
That puts Wilkes in double figures.
Wilkes has come alive here late. 70-43. Driving is Bloomfield, off-balance shot. May have hit the pad, kind of changed the direction a bit on Bertram, but she was able to grab it. Pedigo, long pass to Boyle. Boyle looking for Wilkes. Ball was deflected by Fortune. It's just wild to think how much basketball Wilkes and Boyle have played together over the last 15 years or so.
Well, not only that, I mean, you look back at some AAU. I mean, Pedigo was in there with Bertram. Yeah. I don't know if they were on the same team or not, but probably so. But, yeah, just a lot of basketball together. And there's something to say about that, Matt, just the familiarity and reading each other's minds.
Wilkes, 3 on the way. Oh, in and out. Hay going to follow it up. Has to hesitate. Goes reverse. Pitches it in.
That's just good basketball. Whitney Hay just sprinted in there and got the offensive rebound. As a result, a nice little putback.
72-43. This may be Campbellsville's largest lead of the game here, 29 points. I don't remember if
it was 28. It was 30-2, yeah.
72-43. Can't understate either the difficulty of the travel for USAO and also playing last night as Bertram grabs that miss. They played last night against Georgetown, so not an easy trip for Science and Arts, but still one that will certainly make them better for the long haul.
Well, sure. Are they in the Sooner?
They are in the Sooner. Yeah, inside, nice. Wide open. Bertram finds Pedigo. He was a little too far underneath, just didn't quite have the angle. Missed the shot. Polk the other way. Polk spinning. Out. Fortune open. 3 on the way. That is good for Kanijah Fortune. And a timeout for Coach Matthews. Coach Matthews is
animated.
He is an animated guy. But, you know, well, I never fault that because I think teams can feed off that energy, especially if it's harnessed the right way.
Well,
but,
and here,
it means something to him.
His team is down, and he's trying to, spark a little energy in them. And like you said, I commend him for that. He knows his team. Granted, Morrow got into foul trouble. That's when this game changed. It changed immensely. If she's in there for 40 minutes, this is a different ball game.
And, again, after we saw what we saw in Sioux City, Iowa last year, it's the worst thing.
It is.
I don't, and obviously you want your team to win every game, and you'll take the breaks where you can get them, and later on in the year it may be the other, shoe on the other foot.
Sure.
But I don't like it. You want your best players to be out there in these types of matchups.
And I want to revert back to my officiating days. When your best players are out there on the team, the game is easy to officiate, and it's easy to just allow them just to go out there and play. So it's very unfortunate, like you said. Granted, yes, we're Campbellsville, and it's helped us here tonight. But we've been on that other shoe last year when you had your 2 best players set for practically 25 to 30 minutes of the game.
Line change coming for the Lady Tigers. Wilkes motioning the offense here. Hay holds it off the right side. Hay wants Wilkes, now has her inside. Wilkes trying to avoid multiple defenders, and she's fouled. I believe this will go against Kanijah Fortune, and after hitting that 3 a moment ago, her day will come to a close right here. Fortune will foul out at the 4:27 mark of a 72-45 basketball game. She'll finish with 9 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and 3 steals here in the contest. And for Campbellsville, Wilkes will go to the free throw line. Free throw here is no good. Wilkes looking for a dozen. She needs one of these 2 free throw tosses. She may not get another chance as Kayla Luby is at the table to check in. And Wilkes Brooks does connect, so she'll finish the game with 12 points to go with 5 rebounds. Luby back in there for CU. Lauren Lee, the Lady Tigers' top scorer with 16 points. Brianna Polk, the game's high scorer, with 17. She's got the basketball for the Drovers. 73-45, Campbellsville with the lead. Polk going to drive in at Lee. Shot no good. It deflects off of Nally and Lee both. Goes out of play. And it will stay with the visiting Drovers. 4:09 remaining. Moreau. Yeah, they inbounded. They inbounded before the official was ready. You had one over here at the table. Are they checking the shot clock
Well,
there?
it should have retained at 20 because of the missed shot, and it went out of...
Campbellsville never had possession.
Right, and whenever the ball is retained in the front court, it should... Hi.
Which one?
It was a 2.
The
No,
Fortune?
Should have been a 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it as a 3 on the Fortune. she came over, Ben. She was like, hi,
Hi, how you doing?
Can I help you? 73-46. I think that's what they were trying to confirm, that 3 by Fortune. As Brady shot no good. Luby and Flowers kind of fight over it, and Alexander ends up with it. Bloomfield a 3. That's good for Jordan Bloomfield. So Lady Tigers had a chance in a defensive rebound. Lee in the middle. Out to Pritchett. Back to Lee. Wants to drive. Cut off. Now Flowers. Luby. Wanted somebody to cut right there, Benji. She had eyes on another
Assist.
pass. Here, Pritchett with a ball fake. Elbow. Won't shoot it.
Shoot
Lee
that, Courtney.
driving. Lee in the paint. Shot around and no good. Rebound Luby. And she will get the offensive putback.
Kayla Luby with another board. That's her 7th rebound. Her 6th point on the evening.
Luby scored a career-high 25 in the season opener.
You know what I like
Bloomfield.
about? I'm sorry, Matt. You know what I like about what Coach Colvin has done here this game is she's playing some different lineups.
Yeah. Shot inside by Moreau is good. Got around Nally. Tried to get to the spot and knock that away. Unable to do so. Yeah, she's definitely kind of mixed those.
Yeah.
What we've kind of grown accustomed to at first and second unit. She's kind of thrown them off a little bit.
And that's good. That's good because going deep in the
Flowers inside,
postseason.
too strong with that shot attempt. Nice move to get there. Flowers pressuring Reddy in backcourt. Closing in on 2.5 minutes. Polk has it knocked free by Lee. Alexander has it. She'll try a 3 as Luby
Good block out.
closes out. Nice job by Nally to block out. Here comes Flowers. Has Pritchett. Pritchett into the corner. That is short corner for Nally. Jumper won't go. Batted out. Rebound to Pritchett. Lady Tigers try to set it up. Moreau actually gets a hand on it. Pokes it free. She'll find Bloomfield. Throws one up. That is good. And it's going to be an and-one opportunity for Jordan Bloomfield. 75-53 the score with just over 2 minutes to go. So the foul on Nally is her first. Bloomfield at the stripe. Lee checks out. Her day comes to a close at 16 points to lead Campbellsville. Courtney Pritchett also out. We see Bree Gowdy for the first time today. 5'5" sophomore guard from right here in Campbellsville, Kentucky. And also Paige Serafini, 5'11" sophomore guard from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Free throw for Bloomfield is good. 21-point lead. Bree going to have to throw it in before that 5-second count hit. Nally to Serafini, right wing. Flowers holds it. Luby kicks it. Left side, Nally won't shoot it. Now Gowdy, back to Nally. Entry pass, they've got Luby. Flowers, 6 seconds. Gowdy gonna drive, gonna have to throw one up. Gowdy steps through and gets it to hang on the front of the iron. That's her first field goal of the season.
The lane kind of opened up, and Bree took advantage of it. A nice little layup there for the sophomore here from Campbellsville.
77-54. Driving here is Alexander. Got Luby in the air momentarily. Missed the shot. Alley the rebound. Campbellsville leading by 23 points. Gowdy to Serafini. Right wing Flowers. Serafini again. Here's Nally. Nally to Luby. Shovels it back to Gowdy. Less than a minute to play here. Luby. Let it ride, young lady. 3 on the way. Bang! For the first time in her career, Kayla Luby with an Edward Jones 3. She shot 1 last year. Missed it. First time she lets one ride here in her final season of college basketball. And she hits it. And we talked about it last year. She's capable of hitting that shot. She works on it every day.
Absolutely.
She doesn't shoot them a lot, but she knocks it down right there. An Edward Jones payout for Kayla Luby. Flowers and Nally check out as Kaylin Mills and Paige Evans enter the lineup. Mills, the 5'5" sophomore guard from Flat Lick, Kentucky. Paige Evans, 5'3", the sophomore guard from Hodgenville, Kentucky. And you want to know the prep that goes into this? I looked at the Luby stat this morning to confirm.
Really?
I did. This morning I
looked. You felt it?
I don't know, man. That's weird. But I double-checked this. I said, I was just thinking she hasn't hit one, and I don't think she hit one last year. I just wanted to be able to make the call when there. And so I know I'm sure her folks are watching in B, Nebraska.
Well, she's
I've not seen them yet this year. They'll
have
probably
not.
be at the Powell soon, I would think. Driving in is Alexander. Shot no good. Mills knocked it out of bounds. Again, the Tigers coming up at 7:30. So I'd say, Benji, you and I
we'll get a little break.
Maybe a 15-minute break or so. Powdering her noses. 80-54. Pitching it in here. Alexander back to Polk. Polk going to take the 3. And that is short. Rebound to Serafini. Serafini comes the other way quickly. Paige Evans, the basketball for CU, as they've emptied the available bench today. Presley and Sutton dressed, but not quite cleared for game action. Gowdy hangs on to it over there.
Good win. Good win.
And the Lady Tigers will let the clock run out. The buzzer's going to sound here. And they will pick up the 80-54 win over the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. The Drovers come to the Powell Center and fall short to Campbellsville. CU now 4-0 on the year. And Ginger High-Colvin picks up win number 450 in her career. The Drovers 3-2 on the season as they fall. They drop both games of a tough trip to Kentucky. Georgetown last night. It was a 12-point Georgetown win. And here today in the Powell Center, a 26-point Campbellsville Lady Tiger victory over the Drovers, as we will get the head coach, Ginger High-Colvin, to make her way in, and we'll visit with her in just a moment. Campbellsville back in action this coming weekend as they'll head to Kingsport, Tennessee to battle Rio and Union in the Classic, or the Show Classic down there in Kingsport. 9:30 late start time for the Lady Tigers in both of those games here. Matt Payton joined by the head coach, Ginger High-Colvin. Coach, win number 450. So nice round number we've got to sit on. You can enjoy turkey with 450 career wins this week. But this is a really good science and arts team that came into the Powell today, Coach. A top 25 matchup. Now, these are the ones that you kind of yearn for. You want to really get your team tested. You'll have another one Friday against Rio.
Right.
So these are the games you want, and you were up to the challenge today.
Yeah, and first of all, hats off to them for leaving their conference and for coming and playing Georgetown and then coming and playing us here. I think that just says so much for them and their program and their coaching staff to go out and play teams outside of their conference and to seek out what hopefully we consider good competition. I went up and watched them play Georgetown last night. Georgetown's got another really good team, and so they've come down and had two really good games, and I feel like played well both games.
Let's talk about the valedictorian.
Lauren Lee.
Lauren Lee.
Yep.
I joked with her before the game. I said, anything going on in life? And she just, no, nothing. I said, nothing at all. No, nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't going to give me anything but 16 points tonight, Coach. 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Offensively, she was in complete control, especially the first half. She was just felt like, you name it. I mean, she just had her thumb on the pulse of this game.
She's so good, and obviously she's very smart, and she's a very smart player that does so many things well for us. And we've talked about this before. Lauren is so much better this year defensively. Not that she was ever bad defensively, but she's really worked, and she's so good defensively right now. She's so quick side to side and handling the ball. Everything that she's doing for us is just she's one of the best in the business, and I'm so glad she's our point guard.
This game kind of felt like it I don't know if I want to say changed because it was so early, but USAO had some tough whistles with Lainey Moreau.
Right,
really aided you guys early, and we've been there, done that. It happens from time to time. You hate it. You want those best players to be out on the court, but it certainly maybe made life a little easier for you guys today.
If she's not on the floor, it makes life a lot easier. We've watched her at Georgetown. She stays composed the entire game. She's one of those, a post in women's basketball it's very physical, and she was up against 2 very physical posts again today, and she just I love her game. I love now I can love it more when I know we're not playing them, but I love watching her play. She's tough. Georgetown's got very physical posts too, and she had 22 against them last night. So yes, she's a player and a very good player.
Benji and I talked about this throughout the game, that you kind of got to a point where you were really mixing and matching some of those groups. Early, it was you kind of had this starting group and then the second group, and I know that's kind of how it'll go game to game, but you were really able to mesh those together.
Yeah,
I know that's
nice.
Something that you've got to be able to do, because you're not always going to have that luxury talking about the fouls with Moreau. It's going to happen, so you wanted to see it. Your thoughts on that?
Well, there's times when I think we could be really big, and there's times I think we can be smaller and do some things. So it was nice to be able to, like you say, mix and match some. Bert got in foul trouble, didn't play much the first half, but man, didn't Maddie Nally come in and give us great minutes. And I felt like when we come out the third, we were flat, and when she came in, she just gave us a boost. And that's what we've got to have from our kids, is when they come in, give us energy, give us a boost. And I was really pleased with her and how she handled it.
And did you see the layup at the end of the first quarter, or had you already turned around?
I'd already turned around. I was already mad. I already turned around, and Hoot was like, Ginger, Maddie Nally got it. Maddie scored it. So we screwed up our play, and Maddie's great at that. She is so good at moving without the ball and plays like that. She's really, really good at that.
You get a few days off here to kind of get ready for the Classic and Kingsport, and you get the holiday, so it gets kind of challenging. I feel like, and you've got to try to balance the holiday with prepping for games and all that. Walk me through what the next week or so looks like for you guys.
Well, the good thing is, other than Kayla, all of our kids can work in a quick trip home. And and our parents and our families are all so supportive, and they do a great job of not making it hard on our kids. And so we'll practice as normal and try to make this week as normal as possible and get in. The good thing about it is nobody played a ton of minutes tonight, but it was the first time that we were really challenged in a lot of ways, and I was pleased to be challenged and see some things, and really see some things with our kids. But back to the Thanksgiving holiday, we'll try to keep things as normal as possible, and hopefully they can enjoy some time with their family.
And a couple of late ones in Kingsport, right? 9:30.
9:30, yeah, they're both late, and that's okay too. Anytime you go and you play in situations like that, it's national tournament like. You never know if you're going to play like a super early game. You never know if you're going to play late games. So we just have to be able to adapt and play those.
Coach, congratulations on this one. I think we'll send Colin Sheffield and Khalil Baker. They're gonna tag team the Lady Tiger games this weekend.
Okay, great.
So take it easy on them, break them in easy. But we'll send those guys to Kingsport to make sure you guys get coverage, and I'll stay back with home with the Luke Cunningham Classic.
Okay, great.
Here at home, and but anyway, we will do our best to get you guys covered, and we're looking forward to it.
And we had special guests here tonight. Monroe County's 5th grade team came up, and I think they're up in the locker room right now, my old stomping ground. So anytime we can get any of those Monroe County kids up here, we're thrilled to do it. So it was nice to have them here.
And we're not going to spoil this, but let's make a tease. There's some big Lady Tiger news coming out in the next couple of days.
There's some really big Lady Tiger news coming out.
It's a tease, folks.
It's a tease. It's great news, and we're so excited about it.
Yeah, so stay tuned. It'll hit Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the social medias. I'm sure in short order, but that's just a little tease there for all you Lady Tigers fans.
And I'm sure you mentioned Madison Faulkner's in the house. I mean, we have to mention that, right?
Actually, I didn't mention Madison. I was going to mention though that she was going to go. She's now making the trip to Miami and Puerto Rico.
That is correct.
With the Lady Tigers.
That is correct.
So. Will Madison be permitted to practice? Because, she would love to go on that trip.
It's sad to say, and I lost control of her a long time ago, so she pretty much does as she pleases. Yeah, and so if she wants to practice, I imagine she'll practice. I see her dad's here, Cornelius on the far side, Madison's here. And I did want to mention one more thing, in the complete seriousness. Courtney Pritchett wore the white shoes today. Yes.
They were not the old shoes that she's had since maybe the 3rd grade or something. At least they appear that, and she survived.
She did survive. I played my ace of spades on that one, and we're not going to have a Zion Harmon that played for Duke and had those shoes that had the blowout and injured his foot. So sometimes we just have to make adult decisions, and I made that adult decision. So I know those shoes feel good for her, but we're going to put some stability on those feet.
Was the trump card, if you want to play, you have to wear the white ones?
No, Courtney's pretty good with authority. I just said no more of the white, no more of those shoes. And then Whitney Hay today, before the game, is trying to put extra socks on because she said her shoes were too big. So she played in her practice shoes today. We've got to have a shoe talk with the Lady Tigers.
Shoe doctor or something. We'll have to get Connor Wilson and the folks at H&W have to bring in a size run of about 4 different pairs. So anyway, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy the holiday.
Appreciate it.
Coach Ginger High-Colvin and the Lady Tigers picking up the win here tonight over the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma.